Hey, this is Matthew.
And this is Andrea.
Welcome back to Nerd News today, and it's time for another X-Men action figure unboxing.
Yes, I'm very excited about this one. From Diamond Select's Marvel Select line, we have my favorite, Wolverine!
He's the best there is, best there was, best there... Wait, not Bret Hart. Yeah. Different Canadian hero.
Yeah.
Close enough, though. They're similar.
Yeah. They both have a lot of hair.
Yeah. We've never seen them together, have we?
No, we have not.
Is Bret Hart Wolverine? I'm pretty sure if he was, he wouldn't have let Shawn Michaels and Vince McMahon screw.
Oh, we don't talk about it in a minute.
Right, yeah,
We do not talk about that.
So here's Wolverine's packaging. It's kind of fun because he's such a small character, and Diamond's boxes are enormous.
Yeah.
So he kind of just looks even smaller within it.
Which kind of works for me, though.
Yeah, it's actually kind of cool. I do like how his little logo down there has got the scratch marks through it. It's a nice touch. On the side, we have just a nice illustration of Wolverine, but this is a real gritty one.
No, Wolverine's a gritty guy. On the back, we have, as usual, we have a little bio. It's a weird bio, to be honest. I mean, Wolverine's very complicated, so how do you condense his entire life? And it's fine what they were trying to go with, but they were very, warlike in what they were saying. I mean, they literally say he's had more stuff done to him and has seen more destruction than has been dealt in most wars, and then they say his adamantium claws are at the ready. It's like, really? Is that Wolverine to you? You know, the guy who's tried to find some kind of peace within all the chaos around him? Not a big
It's a weird
fan of
focus.
that. It's a weird focus, which makes the whole bio just a little weird.
Yeah. I think what makes the bio weird for me is the terrible typography.
Yes.
Because look at that. That is just ugly to read.
Yeah,
And it's unfortunate that the bio was just so uninteresting anyway. So on the plus side, you don't really need to read it.
Yeah. So, I mean, if you know Wolverine, you know Wolverine. Like,
Exactly.
really.
And so on the back, you can also see there is and on the back, you can also see there is a variant of this figure, which is his debut when he first met the Incredible Hulk and Wendigo, which is really cool.
Good.
And there's also this drawing over here, which again is even more confusion to this piece, because that outfit we're looking at is from like the Joss Whedon era Wolverine.
Yeah.
The short years. That's when it first debuted, but continued over for many years after. But that's kind of like that era, whereas this is essentially the all new, all different version of Wolverine. Mm-hmm. Yeah, like this is basically him on that debut with the X-Men. So little bit of chronological craziness going on here.
But you know what? The box is as confusing as Wolverine's backstory.
Very
So,
true.
at least they were staying consistent. So, but you know what? I think rather than talk about Wolverine in his past, we should just get him out of the box. Because I want to play with him.
All right, well, why don't we go ahead and let's cut him open. Take a look at our Wolverine. And here's our Wolverine out of the packaging. And I gotta say, it actually looks way better out of the box, which I know is probably obvious to you guys, but when I saw him in the packaging, I was like, all right, whatever, but now he's out. He looks really, really good, I gotta say.
I knew.
Of course you did. You've been ogling this guy for a while now.
What? Okay, fine. I'm a Wolverine stan. I cannot help it.
So I love how bright this guy is. Mm-hmm. Like, talk about colors. I mean, he had really bright colors, all things considered. For a Wolverine, who's supposed to be this terrifying bush animal, they make him yellow and blue.
I know. That's one of the things I love about it. I don't know if it was the cartoon that's interfering with my brain, but I really thought that this part was blue as well.
It has been blue on occasion, depending on the costume.
It's just...
Because the funny thing is, this actually is not straight black. This actually is a black with a blue tint in it.
Yeah, I know, but I still think that this part should be blue.
Sometimes
The stripes on his chest are supposed to be black, but I keep feeling like that's supposed to be blue.
I'm trying to even think back to like the old Toy Biz figure of him, like the first one they made, and I'm like,
I can't remember.
I think it was black, but I'm gonna put up an image now, and either prove me correct or wrong. We'll find out.
I want to talk about the paint job. So overall, it's a really nice paint job. Instead of highlighting with blackish and darker colors like they did with Colossus, I like that they're using kind of a reddish tint here on the back and on the thighs and on the chest. I feel like it just adds the depth. I think I like it better. It looks a little less grimy, which is funny because Wolverine's grimy. But what I'm finding really funny is that the part that's not covered by the mask is clearly a different color than his arms.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, and I know that's something that happens a lot in figures. It's just amusing to me because his face is lighter than his arms, and I would actually say that his face should be darker, but that's okay. But I think it's a really good expression too for him. I think it just shows regular good old grumpy, Logan.
Grumpy Pants Logan.
Yeah, his personality comes through, and I kind of like that.
And I'm going to show you guys articulation real quick, and then I'm going to do something else, because as you can see, he's having a little bit of trouble standing. We're going to talk about why. But in terms of articulation, he does have the ball-jointed head. He's got shoulders that are ball-jointed and can move up and down. And they're not really hindered that much by this, which is nice. It's definitely hindered a little bit, but you can see he can still get his arms up pretty high. They're flexible enough.
Yeah. And his claws are sharp.
Yeah, we have ourselves our elbow joint, which is a little stiff out the box, but actually looks really nice now. The forearm and the wrist move, so we can get...
Ooh,
Yeah, now we're talking.
now we're getting Wolvie.
He has no buck joint, but
Which
he does...
I like a lot.
Which Andrea likes. I actually don't mind it here. I think it actually looks pretty good this way, too. His waist moves, unlike some others who haven't had movable waist, his do. We do have that joint right there, which makes him do this, but there's no thigh cut. We have... It's actually just a single... I think it is a single jointed.
He's looking a
knee
little
this time.
basic in some ways.
He is a little bit basic. He is an older Diamond figure. He did come out a few years ago, so that's also why he's probably got less. The ankle joint moves as well, but it's not ball jointed. It's just this. And he actually does have moving boot piece there. So you got some articulation there.
He has a moving...
The boot actually moves.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, so that's how you get some of that articulation there to help balance him. So he is missing some key points of articulation that I typically like in my figures of this size. And because of that, just getting him to stand is a little hard. He's kind of top heavy. Actually, now I've got him standing perfectly, of course.
Of course.
Of course, when I want to make this point. But what I wanted to show you guys is because we've heard a lot of people talking in our other videos about how the diamonds sometimes have a hard time standing up straight. So we have a solution for that.
Ba-bam! We have stands.
That's right. We have from Diamond Select. These are their action figure stands. We have them in black and in clear. So I'm going to leave these here for a second. And we're going to use a black base and just show you guys what they look like. They're very plain, very simple, but they're also affordable and really good for 6-inch figures and all sorts of other characters. So you can see he's got peg holes in his feet, so I'm just going to do this. And, oh, I fucked it up. The claws went away. So you can see he's got peg holes in his feet, so we're just going to attach a peg hole like that. And there you go.
Cool.
Because his legs are the way they are, though, they kind of, you got him.
Yeah.
But you have to be a little bit careful. He can't, there's not a lot of leg space on here, which is the one downside of them, but he does fit.
Huh. While you were doing that, I noticed something interesting about the figure. And I gotta turn him around for this. So his waist and where basically his underwear starts, or butt cover, what do we call these things? His spanky pants. So his right over here by the waist, it's a little thicker. So it's actually a little bit bigger than his chest, so it's not completely uniform. But what's really interesting is that there's folds in his back. Like the material's moving, there's folds in the underwear by his butt, and even on the sides, there's folds as though he's moving. And that's something you don't really see a lot of.
Yeah, I noticed that too. Like even actually, if you look at the gloves, there's some sculpting of that by the forearms over here.
Yeah, there's wrinkling.
There's a wrinkling, which is a really nice little detail that I don't even know if any other figures we looked at even had that, to be honest.
I think Beast actually had a little bit of that.
A little bit of that. Well,
but not as much.
No, this is like way, like you can tell this is spandex, really. You can tell it's tight on his body.
Yeah, and I like that.
Something I noticed with this Wolverine, aside from the very sharp, pointy.
Yeah, so just so you know, the diamond kill spots are the claws and, of course, the ears.
Yeah, sure. Well, since we're going to talk about that, I guess. Yeah, I know with Wolverine toys, claws are often a big key factor. Mm-hmm. So a lot of times you got one claw going this way and one claw going that way.
And one doing who knows what.
But these are perfectly uniform.
Mm-hmm. I know, I'm very excited about that.
They're actually very stiff plastic, which when we looked at Hasbro, I don't think we did a review of it here, but I had the Marvel Legends Wolverine, and those claws had problems too. And I've bought Toy Biz Wolverines in the past, similar problems. This is harder plastic, so his claws are actually pretty much where they should be.
Oh, it's a little off on that one, but not by much. And it's
way closer than others I've seen.
Yeah, it's more than enough. It's dang, that's actually really good.
Something I did notice that's not in this toy though is arm hair.
Oh yeah,
he's actually clean shaven. So I don't know if that's. I'm trying to remember like how he looked on the cover of all different X-Men. If he was hairy at that point.
He might not have been as hairy. No.
I don't think he was as hairy yet. So that could be why he doesn't have the arm hair. Because normally that's a big thing with these Wolverine figures. Yeah, how hairy he is.
Yeah.
Yeah,
he and Robin Williams.
Yeah, exactly. That's a good comparison. Robin Williams
and
Wolverine.
I'm sorry, Robin Williams. If they were ever going to go with the height, Robin Williams would have been like the perfect Wolverine.
Oh no! All right, so I know we already put this base on, but Wolverine actually comes with a base of his own. So we're gonna put him in that.
It's really cool.
This is a nice little base. So it's pretty simple overall. You can see it's just this kind of nice piece here.
Yeah, but
this is a cool piece of rubble.
But what's really important is right here. Right there, it's that Weapon X helmet.
Which surprisingly actually pops out.
Mm-hmm. I don't know if it comes off for his head. I don't think it does.
No, see, it has just one little hole there.
But it's nice that they got it.
Yeah, it's cool that it's there. So.
Yeah, it helps tell the Wolverine story.
And so, yeah, you can stand him up right in here, and he balances all right. There is a peg hole, though, which you could put him on, but
Yeah,
it's
there's
kind of
no
in a
point.
weird spot, so I'd rather just stick him over here.
Yeah.
And he actually is standing all right on his own.
So one last thing that we have to do, because Wolverine is known for being the resident shorty. How does he compare to other figures? Well, I have Cyclops right here,
I'm going to take him off his base so you get a more accurate
so you
representation.
can see this, and Colossus. So clearly Colossus and Wolverine, there's a genuine height difference. With Cyclops and Wolverine, it's not as obvious. Cyclops is a tiny bit he's a tiny bit higher than Wolverine, but not by much. There's a little difference. That part's important, that they did at least try to make it some kind of difference.
Yeah, but man, it does look actually really good having all the team together, doesn't it?
Yeah, it does. Oh my goodness.
I know, now we got to get the rest of them.
Oh no.
So I think I'm just going to leave these guys here, in fact. So yeah, that's our look at Wolverine.
Yeah.
And the growing group of our all different X-Men. Overall, I think you like Wolverine a lot. It's
Yes.
pretty clear you do.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yes.
that's really all that matters. Andrea likes it, so you should buy it.
Pretty much. Except hardcore Wolverine stan. If Wolverine doesn't look good, I will let you know.
She will. It's true. I've seen her break other Wolverines. Just snap them in half and eat them.
Okay, anyway.
So I'm Matthew.
I'm Andrea.
That's our Wolverine, and hey, a few other X-Men too, because they're really cool looking. So you can check them out from Amazon.com. You can use our affiliate links if you want to order any of these. And using our links helps give us a little bit of payment and doesn't cost you anything extra. Or you can visit Diamond Select's website and order right from them. So until next time, we'll see you guys around for another X-Men action figure unboxing and everything else we do here on Nerd News Today.
Have an extreme time. Sorry. Extreme.